Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for a new video to bring you today's AC Milan news report. Now we're going to start off by talking about contract renewals because Gazzetta dello Sport and Corriere dello Sport both mentioned that two players could be on their way to renewing their contracts. And they're speaking about Cristián Zapata as well as Keisuke Honda. Now, for Zapata, he could be on his way to renewing for another 2 to 3 years. And as for Honda, he could be on his way to renewing up until 2020. So that would mean a 4-year contract for him. Now, Zapata made only 16 appearances this season in the Serie A, while Honda scored 2 goals and added 7 assists in all competitions for Milan. Now, both players are 29 years old at the moment. And I have to be honest, they haven't had the most consistent seasons in past years. Some games they would do very well, and then in other games they would be completely awful. So, in my opinion, these contract renewals are quite lengthy for these players. We all know that it's going to bring these players into their 30s with these contract renewals. So in my opinion, it will be better off to just give them maybe a 1-year contract renewal for both of them and see how they perform next season. Maybe with different players, better players surrounding them, they could also improve their game at the same time if they are called in. Most likely these players will be bench players if, as I said, investments come into the club and new players with new ideas come in, better players altogether. So they're probably not going to see much playing time. And that is also another reason as to why it is unnecessary to really give them these lengthy contracts. But at the same time, we still have to evaluate what will happen with the management. Will they sell the team? Will the new ownership come in with the new coach and the new ideas or not? So these are all decisions that have to be made. And I think these decisions could pretty much influence these contract renewals as well. Now, speaking about possible coaches, Sky is reporting that Emery has been locked by Milan. However, they will need to face competition from PSG as they're also interested in signing him as their coach. Now, obviously, this could only suggest one thing, and that is Milan will have to decide soon concerning the sale that I just mentioned, because we all know that if Berlusconi remains, he wants to keep Brocchi, and we just simply cannot go that way. So, in my opinion, Emery won't be waiting much longer. Maybe by the end of the month, he's going to have to come to a decision, or maybe, who knows, PSG is just going to snatch him up even before that. So, we're going to have to be extra careful with this if we want him. Milan needs to sell the club as soon as possible. That is the only option I could see if we want to secure Emery. Now, speaking about the sale, once again, Berlusconi had a meeting today with his family, but not many details were revealed. However, La Repubblica is mentioning that a preliminary agreement could be signed on June 13th, despite the reports of Berlusconi's recent thoughts in which he is considering to abandon the whole negotiation with the Chinese. They also mentioned about Berlusconi asking the Chinese to remain as well as Galliani for the first few years, and this is something that we already heard of in the past few weeks. Berlusconi wants to make sure that everything goes smooth and that Galliani and Berlusconi kind of go along with the transfer market, at least for the first few seasons, to kind of guide the Chinese in what they should be doing. However, we all know that the Chinese are not too crazy about this idea because they're the ones paying the money, and then they're going to have to make it be controllable by two people that shouldn't really be in the club anymore. So that is where the whole problem stands. However, as I said, there's different reports, some saying that this deal will be finally concluded next week. Others are saying that they're still slowing down in the negotiations. So we're going to have to wait and see until some official confirmations come, hopefully in the next days. Now that wraps up today's AC Milan news report, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment down below to let me know what you thought about today's news. And also don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything related to AC Milan on a daily basis. This has been Gio signing off, and as always, Forza Milan. Gazzetta dello Sport is reporting a possible return for Suso and Paletta to AC Milan.